Welcome back. Today is day 7, and we're going to be working on the shoulders and the arms today. So it should be a pretty quick release and restore phase, a decent little workout, and a simple recovery. Today we're starting off by just releasing the chest and the anterior deltoids, and I'm just going to simply use the massage gun, hitting each muscle for 1 to 2 minutes. Let me see, just get this. I have Rio over here. He's just hanging out. Don't touch him, don't push. He doesn't like it. Good boy. Check crazy dance. The last time. So I'll talk a little more after we're done with this, just because I know it's going to be loud next to the mic. Change it up with the shoulder. All right, other side. All right, so for the rest of the muscles, we're going to be hitting the rotator cuff muscles and the rear delts. So just get a ball and hit the rear delts, leaning up against it. Again, you're going for about a minute. Here you're hitting both the, that's tender, the rear delts and your rotator cuff muscle, the infraspinatus. Just find a nice tender spot like that and rub it out. So how was your Thanksgiving? Mine was nice and simple. And after I was done eating, I ended up having to go on a little adventure. So I got done eating. I come up to my little office to do some light paperwork after I was done. After everything was done with Thanksgiving, right? It's not like I left in the middle of Thanksgiving. But then I started hearing someone scream outside. And I don't know what they're saying. I just hear them screaming. So the whole time, I'm just like, what the hell's going on? So I finally look out my window and I see this dude chasing a dog. So I have my dog. I have Rio right here. And I've always thought, like, if I ended up having to chase him down, I would hope someone helps me. So I just got up and went out there and started helping, trying to catch this dog. This dog was fast. Like, didn't want to listen to the owner, wasn't trying to get caught, just running in the middle of the street everywhere. I think for 30 minutes, I was just trying to help him corner it and capture it until it ended up going into the park. So this dog ends up in the middle of the park, so it's going to be even harder to try to catch him and corner him. And it's dark out that night, so it's even harder. And I'm just walking in this park with this owner, and we start to branch off because we see the dog far out. So I'm just trying to maybe cut it off and push it back the other way. Well, I eventually crossed the entire park trying to corner this dog. And I almost have him cornered. Hold on, let me adjust myself. But then I turn around and I realize the owner's not even there anymore. I think the owner just fucking gave up. Just gave up when the dog reached the park, walked a little bit in the park, and just said, screw it. I'm not getting this dog. And sadly, the dog got away and just ran down the street. And I was able to keep up. And not a great story, obviously not a great ending, but it kind of pissed me off that the owner would just fucking leave like that. So that was a little adventure, I ended up running around in my sandals for 30 minutes, full of fucking turkey and lasagna, I'm about to throw up, trying to catch this random ass dog that could bite me at any moment. But yeah, wasn't the best outcome, but you gotta try, right? But what pissed me off though was the owner. Just I don't know how you leave your dog like that. I would be searching day and night for this little turd. And I honestly do expect most owners should do the same. But apparently not. I don't know. I want to get that off my chest. Another random thing I saw. This is actually the other day. They were eating some. I think it was turkey. We're gonna say it was turkey, the fatty part to the turkey. And what you realize is when you try to pull the fatty part off of the meat, what's between all that? Fascia. And it's a lot of it. And you get to actually really see what it looks like, which is kind of cool. For me at least, right? It's kind of gross. My wife doesn't like it when I play with my food, but yeah, it's very interesting how you can kind of just see what it represents by just looking at the layer between the fats and the muscle. All that white, sticky, spider web like stuff, right? Right now, I'm just hitting the medial deltoids, and then we can move up to the mobility drills. I just want to hit these medial deltoids real quick. So, you guys have any ideas what to get a mother, my mother specifically, for Christmas? I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm usually pretty good at gifts, not gonna lie. I have to pride myself in giving gifts that are useful, that they didn't expect, but like it just turns out that they use every other day or something like that. I like to try to find those gifts, and those are it's not always easy, obviously. I usually just cop out for a gift card a lot of times, but when I can find something nice, I find it and I get it. I'm trying to figure out what to get my parents, at least my mom this year. Anyways, mobility drills. So we're going to do some basic shoulder mobility, shoulder rotations. And the way we do that is just get up in a standing position. I'm going to start with just one arm at a time. And I was going to simply try to get it through its full ranges of motion, rotating the arm as I come to the back and then come back out of it, right? We can go full 360 if you wanted to, or you can just stop in the back and then reverse out. But the idea of this is to get that shoulder joint moving. And the song is trash. I don't know what this is. So let's start with some basic mobility drills here. Again, the idea is try to get that full mobility. It's going to come all the way in. Little Rio. He just wants to go out. Right now it's 4:25. I was up since like 3:30, which actually isn't that bad for me. Took a nice nap in the afternoon, you know. Yesterday I got up at 3. I was going to do a lot more stuff outside, but it started raining, which is random for San Diego, but we kind of appreciate it when it does come in, you know? And yes, it's very true. No one knows how to drive down here. I feel like half of it is because most people don't have good tread on the tire because we don't have to deal with the seasons. So it's not something you think about as often. I know my car, I didn't like driving in the rain when my tires were all shitty. And as soon as I got them fixed, you know, you could definitely feel the difference. So this side feels a little tighter. Very interesting. So very simple movement right there, right? Next up, we're going to do some shoulder flexion and extension, mainly forward flexion. And the way I like to do this is place your arms on top of a surface, push your butt back, drop your head, and that's going to help you get into a shoulder flexion position. All those bubbles I drink in the morning. Yeah, so I'm not a big coffee guy. I'll put this down here. So I'm not a big coffee guy or anything. So I drink energy drinks in the morning for my caffeine, just because I don't like the taste of coffee. And yes, I've tried all the different flavors. I've looked at all the different options, and none of it really stuck with me, or I enjoyed any of it. I have a sweet tooth, you know. So these Ghost energy drinks, this pink one, is perfect. It's nice and sweet. Has some good amount of caffeine for me. No calories, or like 10 calories or something, right? I think for me, what I've always done way back in the day too, like for 10 years now, I never like to drink calories too much, at least for my caffeine. I mean, I'll drink like a Mountain Dew, I'll drink a Dr. Pepper, beer, and random shit, right? But for the most part, in the days, I try to avoid drinking calories, and therefore I get the 0 calorie, even though I know there's other health benefits, but I'm not drinking for the benefits. I'm drinking for the caffeine and the flavor. And you just have to remember that, right? If you're going to do something, you just have to remember why you're doing it, and not bullshit yourself. So that's pretty much going to be a nice little mobility drills right there, right? You can always do more. We can do some on the floor, shoulder internal and external rotation. You can do some more shoulder flexion, some shoulder extensions, which I actually didn't do here. And after all that, we'll get into the exercises. I got some brand new bands here, so you'll be able to see them. It really isn't anything different, just different colors, honestly. It is a white to black fade. So the way it works is the lightest colors are the lightest weight, and then they go up in colors and to thickness and levels, I guess we'll call it band levels. So yeah, that is it for the little mobility drill. It's about 15 minutes. Next workout should take about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we can have a nice little cool down and call it a day. All right. About 15, 20 minutes. A little shorter than I thought. Not too bad though. Again, we're not trying to become bodybuilders here today. We're just trying to get those muscles moving, get the muscles a little stronger. We're also focusing on the tightness in the beginning, mobility, and of course, our recovery. When it comes to recovery, do some very basic stretches here: shoulders, chest, arms, right? Now, one thing I didn't do before that I honestly just totally forgot was releasing the biceps and triceps beforehand. And that was just to kind of help it out a little bit. But no harm, no foul, right? So it's not a big deal. Even though if you do this, you might find some tenderness right behind it. And that's going to be something you might have to work on to get rid of that painful tenderness to the touch before you can strengthen it. So a lot of times those trigger points get in the way of you getting stronger, of the muscle firing up, of it fully contracting. Good stretch here. I'm going to use the equipment to pull. So if I'm using my arm to kind of do the work. So that was pretty good so far. Let me adjust this mic to the center. I'm going to grab this one actually. And just stretching my left arm. And I'm just, like I said, I'm doing this pretty much. I'm grabbing and pulling a little bit so my right arm doesn't have to do so much work. So yeah, we're stretching everything out here. Right, and up next, we can do the triceps by placing our arm overhead. So the next session tomorrow, let's talk about that. It's going to be ankles and knees, all the muscles around the ankles and knees pretty much to help either help the ankle become more mobile or the knee more stable. Wow. Can't reach this right now. I don't work out arms at all. Like for me, I don't care about having big arms. I don't care about any of that. Just when I work out arms, I know I'm getting the same lift if I'm doing like chest. You know, I know I'm strengthening the triceps. I know I'm doing all that. So just to do one exercise each, I can already feel how tight they're going to be. Hopefully not too tight. Whoa. Just stretching tired, just trying to hold your arms up. All right. We can do the chest. Against the wall, just rotate out. I'm going to go full arm out. Get the full fascia line here. Yeah, right after this, we're going for a nice walk. And I got a bunch of videos I got to shoot right after this and some other piece of content. So hopefully your day is going to be nice and chill. Yes, I'm not sure how long I'll be doing this program for. I want to do for at least a month, right? Just to kind of get everything back in the rhythm, get my body back there. By the way, if you want to stretch your biceps, this is how you would do it. One arm on top, palm down. You can even try to go thumb up if you want, but I find thumb down will be the better option. So yeah, the plan is to do this for about a month-ish, and then we'll get into some either strengthening or some more mobility focused. But again, the idea of this is try to get back into shape. So when you go to the gym, start lifting weights, you get stronger, hypertrophy, all that stuff. You're not dead ass in the water. You don't feel like a complete turd whenever you get there, right? The idea is just help those muscles loosen up, but also help those tiny muscles get stronger. Gotta remember that. We can't do all the goals at the same time. One goal at a time, and we'll get there a lot faster. That's pretty much it. And I'll see you in the next one for ankles and knees.